On today's Moving the Chains drill, a really fun interview. Jarvis Littlejohn, the new head man for the Lugoff-Elgin Demons.
Yeah, a little bit of a unique one. The new just dropped the interim tag off of been with the program for a little while here, had some success with the program, but officially getting that title is great to catch up with him, hear his story, hear what he has planned for the future, and what he's already been able to accomplish so far. So, just a great interview. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, really interesting, really fun. A program that I certainly feel like is on the rise here. So, hope you guys enjoy it. Jarvis Littlejohn, the new head man of the Lugoff-Elgin Demons.
Get ready for the ultimate South Carolina high school football experience with Moving the Chains. From previews to recaps, we've got you covered. Dive into our expert preview shows, predicting winners and sharing insights. Then join us post-game for the thrilling recaps, exclusive interviews, and highlights you won't find anywhere else. Plus, connect with fellow fans on our Friday night spaces on Twitter/X. No one covers South Carolina high school football like us. Join us at Movin' Chains on all social media platforms and visit movinchains.com today.
Welcome into Moving the Chains, brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. I'm Kevin Thomas alongside Jarrell Hendricks. We've got a great interview today, a very special guest, the head coach of the Lugoff-Elgin Demons, Jarvis Littlejohn. Coach, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
We appreciate you hopping on with us, Coach. Appreciate your time as well. If this is you guys' first time tuning in, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter/X, Instagram, YouTube, and more at Moving Chains. Our website, movingchains.com, and our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, and more. Coach Littlejohn was hired as the official head coach in January. He was the interim head man last year, leading the Demons to a 6-6 record in the second round of the playoffs. Prior, he coached at Denmark-Olar, Gaffney, Newberry College, Tusculum, and Delta State. Coach, let's start there, man. What's that transition kind of been like, going from being the interim to, knowing that it's officially your program now, you're the head man there for Lugoff-Elgin?
Never been in that position before, being an interim, but I tell you what, it's very stressful. Trying to do all you can to prove that you are the guy for the job. And, we had a really good season. I think it was the best season they had since 2017 and the first playoff win that they had since that time as well.
Coach, your last name kind of precedes itself, Littlejohn. So this part, we like to ask about your background. So we're going to go, if you can't tell us about your playing career, playing high school football in this state, and let's also go into your coaching career and how you got up to this point as the head coach.
My playing career, I started off at Gaffney High School. I was a 3-year starter there from my sophomore year to my senior year. My senior year, I was all area, all region, all state, and I was actually defensive player of the year for 4A that year. Got a scout, won a state championship. I'm famously known. My wife says that one tackle I made, but I made the game-winning tackle against Willie Richardson in the state championship in 2003.
Coach, once you got done playing, you got into the coaching ranks. How did that progress? How did you get to where you are now here at Lugoff-Elgin?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I've been around some really great coaches. Pete Golden was my defensive coordinator at Tusculum. So we were around about the same age. So he was around about 23. I was 23 and he was 24, 25 as my D coordinator. So he's moved up the ranks pretty quickly. At Delta State, I worked with Ron Roberts. He's the defensive coordinator at Arkansas. He was at Florida. Coach Knight at Newberry, Frankie DeBusk, and Phil Strickland at Gaffney High School.
Awesome, Coach. Want to ask you, I know it's been, again, you being the interim, having that tag, so you kind of got thrown into it late last year, made it work out, was very successful. But then coming into this year, want to ask about your staff. Were you able to retain staff? Did you have any, movement? Some guys take other jobs or things like that. But how's the staff shaping up for you for this year?
I'm going to tell you what, I had no staff changes. I'm bringing back Vinny Albano. He's our office coordinator, strength conditioning coach. Last year was his first year as a coordinator. Jordan Morris was also his first year as a DC, but he's my defensive back and DC. And my run game coordinator is for defense is Coach DiVincenzo. And then my run game coordinator for offense is Coach Brisbane. I think I have a really, really great staff, man. No turnovers. I add a couple of coaches because we're going to add a B team, which is our 9th grade staff. So I got a total of 21 coaches this year.
Wow, that's a great staff for sure to have around you. Coach, for people who maybe haven't seen, Lugoff-Elgin play the last year or two and you've been there, or seen, your teams back at Denmark-Olar, What can they expect? What kind of schemes do you like to run on offense and defense? And then, will you call plays for either side of the ball this year as well?
So I didn't call plays last year. I'm CEO, man. I delegate things. I think that's one of my things I do very, very well is delegate. But I have complete trust in my coordinators, man. I want them to grow and be really great coaches. So, I have input on game plans, but most part they call everything, the offense and the defense. Coach Morris with the defense and Coach Albano with the offense.
Coach, you touched on it briefly, especially talking about your time in college playing and coaching. Some coaches who kind of influenced and molded you. Who are some other ones, maybe from the high school level, some of your peers that you've been able to work with, some of the coaches maybe you have on staff, some guys that you look at the pro level, college level these days that really help, model your style and what you want to be as a head coach?
I'm going to tell you what, somebody that influenced me growing up, especially in high school when I was a player, was Coach Lawson. Coach Lawson came to us from Union. He was the office coordinator that year, and just to see how he worked tirelessly and came up with great game plans each and every Friday. He really inspired me to want to be a coach. Him and Coach Kevin Phillips as well. He was my linebacker coach at Gaffney High School. And in the college ranks, man, I'm going to tell you what, Coach DeBusk at Tusculum and Coach Knight and also Coach Stephen Flynn, man, they really helped me grow and develop as a coach. Defensively wise, Addison Williams, he's an up-and-coming coach. He's coaching at Nebraska right now. We worked together at Tusculum, and he really taught me the secondary. I was more of a box player, but he taught me the secondary. So I'm forever grateful for him, and that's got me to know the whole aspect of defense between the back end and the front end.
Last year, Coach, you were kind of thrown into the fire late when Coach Boulware moves on. You get the interim tag there, and I guess April, May, somewhere in that time period. But, now that you're a little more settled in, it's your program, how much easier has that made, I guess, planning for spring practice now that you kind of have settled in? Has it, does it feel better? Does it let you kind of get more of a plan together as you get ready to roll into these key times for the team?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. I'm always prepared. I'm always ready. Being thrust in that in the short amount of time, I've always had a plan, being a head coach previously for 5 years. So it wasn't nothing that was out of the ordinary. I was ready for it. I had some old plans that I had from my previous days at Denmark and other places. So the transition was very seamless. But this year, I have a lot more time. I've been with the guys since last year. They know me. They know my expectations of the team and how I want it to be ran. And so it's been a seamless transition.
Coach, I got to ask you about that, the preparation aspect of it. Is that like since you take that CEO type role, is that something that you enjoy doing as far as being prepared? And I'll let you know this. I mean, we had an interview scheduled and you're here 10 minutes early. Is that something that you kind of expect out of your coaches and players, on a day-to-day basis?
It is. That's been instilled for me in a long time. Being early is being 10 minutes early. Being on time. So that's been stuck with me. And also, man, Coach Knight at Newberry. When I got there, he said 2 things a coach always need to have: a whistle and a pen. So that's another thing that stick with me as well. But I tell my players, man, for you to be early, you need to be 10 to 5 minutes early to your meetings or to practice.
I love that, Coach. It's certainly a good life motto, not just in football, but it's a good way to be in life as well. I feel like, be early there and make sure you're on time. But,
yes, sir.
Here on Moving the Chains, we'd love to shine the spotlight on these great kids we have across the state. And you guys certainly have some talent coming back. Who are some guys on the Demon squad we should be on the lookout for this year that's going to, make the highlight tapes on Friday night?
This is the part I've been waiting for, man, to highlight my kids, man. Man, I got a really great group coming back. It starts off with probably my my best player, Eric Richardson. He's probably the most explosive player in the state of South Carolina. He can do it all. I tell coaches right now he has about 18 to 19 offers from the Big Ten to the ACC. He haven't got any SEC yet, but we're waiting on those. But he has a lot of offers. But I tell coach, he reminds me of Percy Harvin. I mean, he can do it all. He can line up at receiver. He can go back and run the ball at running back, wildcat quarterback, and then he can go on the defense side and lock up your best player. Also, we have a rising junior and Zach William at quarterback. He's a 3-sport athlete. He's everything you want in a player. He's a 4.4 GPA. He started for as a quarterback on the basketball small forward, and he's the starting shortstop for baseball. We had a transfer come in, Tion Fanning from White Knoll. That's going to be a great boost for us this year in the run game. Also, we have on offense Keenan Cunningham. He's a rising receiver, and Tay Silva as well. He's a returner as on offense as well. Defensively, man, where do I start, man? Jace Coleman. He'll be a 3-year starter for us. He's been starting since the 9th grade. Pound for pound, he might be one of the freakiest kids I've been around. 6'2". He's 210 pounds now. We clocked him at a 4.46 about 2 weeks ago when we maxed out. 36, 37-inch vertical. I mean, strong as an ox. I mean, really, really great player. I think some offers going to come in for him very soon. Secondary, I got Oliver Coleman. He's a basketball kid that I got to come out for the first time. He never played football, but he has an offer from Campbell and ECU right now. Corey Murphy's another DB. Tyler, he's another about to be a 3-year starter at safety for us. Man, we got a lot of great kids that's in our program, man, right now.
Love to hear that, Coach. When you think about Lugoff-Elgin, you don't necessarily think football first. You obviously think about the great baseball program and other sports there. What's it been like, since you've tasted some success, the kids have seen it, kind of recruiting those hallways and kind of drumming up, that excitement for your program?
Oh, man, that's one of the best things I like to do, man. I like to go around in the hallways, go to lunch, and see a kid. Like, man, why you ain't playing football? And, we'll spark up a good conversation. And, yeah, Coach, I'm going to come out there, and I'm expecting to see at least about an influx, about 20 players that I'm plucked out the lunchroom come May 4th.
I love that, Coach. We talked about it May 4th. You got spring practice coming up. What
Yes,
are you
sir.
really – I guess looking to learn from your group here in this springtime, or what is something you're looking to really implement, I guess, as you roll into that practice period?
You know what? Every year is a new team, man, new identity. So right now we're trying to hone on a new identity of what we're going to be this year. I know we're going to run the ball because every good championship team got to be able to run the football and play really good defense. But we're just trying to find our identity and who we're going to be this year. We don't know if we're going to be a 10 personnel team, 11 personnel team. Just trying to find those fits for those guys.
Coach, realignment year here, so that means you get a new schedule this year, and you guys always have a really good schedule. You have some tough non-region games, obviously with Chapin, Wren. Obviously, every year you play Camden, your cross-time rival there. But did you have any influence on the schedule this year, and how was that process in picking those teams?
Yes, sir. We have a new AD. We was both the interim. She was Catherine Ham. She was the interim AD, and I was the interim head coach. So we were both newbies to the positions. She gave me the freedom to do my own schedule. So I made the schedule from top to bottom. So yeah, I had all the input.
Well, Coach, we mentioned that you've got some really tough non-region games. Was that part of your strategy? Knowing that, hey, we want to be ready when region play comes around. We want to be ready when the playoffs come around. I guess kind of what was the thought process behind scheduling some big dogs like you guys have lined up there?
Yes, sir. I wanted our team to be ready. I mean, because it's not all about the non-region. It's about region and playoff time. And I wanted my team to be really ready when we hit the region and hit the playoffs. I scheduled Wren because I wanted somebody from the upstate. I wanted somebody with a really good pedigree that's going to get us ready for the region, but also for the playoffs because, we're positioned in the lower state and we got to play. We want to win the championship. We got to play somebody from the upstate. So we want to field somebody from the upstate.
Coach, in building a program is really about, setting that foundation. But then when you get that foundation set, for the most part, it's about, continuing momentum. Mentioned you guys making it to the second round of the playoffs last year. What if you kind of looked at in this offseason to kind of, make a change or, something that's important to take that next step for a really deep playoff run and really put this LE program on the map?
I'm going to tell you what, guys, we won 6 games last year. We could have easily won 7 or 8, but we didn't know how to handle success. This year, we've been harping on how to handle success. So that's one of the biggest things, being more disciplined. We got a lot of offsides calls last year, so we got to clean those things up. But other than that, man, we're just trying. Our motto is expect to win. So everything we do this year, not just on the football field, but in the classroom, in life, having our kids having the motto, expect to win.
Coach, we love traveling around and going to games on Fridays and checking out some of the great communities across the state. And, Lugoff-Elgin is a really proud program as well. I haven't had a ton of success lately. Can you tell that they, are really hungry for a winner, and how they kind of supported you and your program as you've really taken over here this year?
I'm going to tell you what, man, our community is phenomenal, man. They come out. They really have a really great support system in Lugoff-Elgin, having the two communities come together and celebrate our football team. But it's a really great buzz going around in the city for Lugoff and Elgin. We're just excited for this season to come, man, because this community has been starving for some success for a long time in the football program. As I look back in our trophy case, man, we won the region championships in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. I think the latest one was 17 when they won the region. That was the last time. I think in the season 9-4 got beaten in the lower state or the third round of playoffs. So we're trying to get back to those days and be consistent with it. I talk to my players all the time about sustainable success. We're trying to sustain success and be competitive and have really great records and good runs like the Irmos and Northwestern Gaffneys and Somervilles.
Everyday life means everyday expenses. Spend smarter with a Founders Federal Credit Union credit card, offering you low rates and big rewards where it matters most. Enjoy all the benefits of saving while using your Founders Essential MasterCard. Make every swipe and tap count with smart rates, big rewards on select cards, and no balance transfer or annual fees. Because your money should go where you want it to. That's the power of Founders Federal Credit Union. Apply today at foundersfcu.com. Relax. You're with Founders.
Coach, a couple easier ones here for us to go today. Maybe it's on the bus to an away game, maybe in your office for a home Friday game, but what's on your pregame playlist as you get ready to take the field on Fridays?
Man, I'm a 2000s guy, man. So, I like that Pastor Troy.
Okay.
I like that Littlejohn and Eastside Boys. I like to get crunk before the games, but during the day, man, I'm very mellow. I'm listening to some stuff like Gerald Levert, Keith Sweat, some stuff, and then around about 5:30, 6 o'clock, I kind of turn it over, man, and I'm with the Littlejohn Eastside Boys, Pastor Troy, Jeezy. So that's my go-to right there.
That's what I'm talking about, flipping the switch right there.
Yes, sir.
Going from the R&B to the crunk and trap era of rap. I love it, Coach.
Yes,
you mentioned before we got started here off air that you've been watching our show, so this question's coming. Kevin and I, big foodies. If we're coming down there to watch a game and you've got an advantage because you got two towns to pick from, where are we going to get a pregame meal before we watch you guys hit the field?
Man, I'm going to tell you what, man. My son also plays with me. He's a 9th grader. He's 6'2", 285 pounds, man, and we love to eat. But we go to quite a few places. Man, I'm going to tell you what, in Elgin, for one, you got to go to Southern Mamas.
Okay.
That's some home cooking. I mean, some good eating. The lima beans and collard greens and cabbage and fried chicken pork chops. You can't go wrong with it.
Are we talking buffet style, or are we ordering?
Yes, sir.
Okay, even better.
It's buffet style, or you can get 3 meat. Meat and 3 sides, or meat and 2 sides. But I go with that buffet all the time.
Got to.
Always.
Also in Elgin, you got Tony's Pizza, and then you also got Runny's Ribs. So if you want some barbecue, definitely go to Runny Ribs. Now in Lugoff, you got Lugoff House of Pizza.
Okay.
You got Leo's. They got some good wings. It's like a bar type. You can go in and get some wings, get some fries, have a good little vibe in there. But also a place that I love, man, and his son, Jace Coleman, his father and his mama owns a restaurant, King's Kitchen.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with it, man. Some of the best shrimp and grits, fried chicken, macaroni cheese. I mean, you can't miss with it. So if you're coming through and you want to go get to them, just give me a call, man. I get an order in for you and I have it ready for you, man.
I love it. Coach, South Carolina is in a bit of an odd spot, where the non-region games, like you said earlier, don't really matter. It's really about the region seeding for the playoffs and whatnot. But y'all got a pretty big rivalry with Camden there. I think that Wateree River rivalry, and they've kind of had your number the last several years, man, there at LE. So what's it going to take to kind of, get that one over the hump? And do you guys, I said it doesn't matter, but how much more do you focus on that game? Because it is a big rivalry there for those communities.
Oh man, we got a circle, man. We don't speak of it. We say the team across the river.
There we go.
But we definitely got that one circle, man. But we taking it one game at a time. We got Chapin first up, but definitely, man. It's a rival, but it's not a rival, man. We gotta even that thing up, man. We gotta at least get a win, man. So that's one of our biggest focus this year. I feel like we get a win against Camden, man. We're gonna have a really special year.
Coach, I'd be remiss, Kevin is more so than me, and especially John. They're big South Carolina high school football history buffs. I'm still learning the history of the state. Obviously, your pedigree at Gaffney there. You mentioned being an 03 state champion, playing with Sidney Rice. What are some of your favorite memories about playing at Gaffney, playing at the old reservation, back in the day?
Oh, man, everybody tell you, man, it's a surreal feeling to play at the old reservation, man. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. But at Gaffney, man, you have a tradition. The kids want to grow up, want to play the game of football at Gaffney High School. There's no college, there's no NFL. It's just Gaffney at that time. And man, just had a great time growing up and being a Gaffney Indian. Playing with Sidney Rice was unbelievable. I mean, that's some gun. I can't remember he dropped a pass in practice. I mean, he was just, his catchphrases was unbelievable, man. And he went on to have a really great career, but we had some great other players, man. Charles Shippey, my cousin, AJ Littlejohn. He actually on TV now. He's been on Without a Trace and all types of stuff. My cousin, Derek Littlejohn, he played center for us. Charles Shippey. I mean, we had a lot of great players that come through Gaffney, man, on that 03 team.
Well, last one for you, Coach. I know it's still kind of early. You probably hadn't got this too set in stone yet, but what are some goals you guys have for this 2026 season for the Demons?
Man, our goals are lofty this year. We want to win every game, but we're going to take it one game at a time. But we want to win the region. It haven't been done in a long time. I feel like if we win the region, that's going to set us up for some really great success in the playoffs. The next one is to go to the lower state championships. And when we get to the lower state championship, let the chips fall where they may. Let the best team win. But those are our goals, man. Win the region. Well, win the first game, win the last wrestling game, win the region, and win lower state.
Well, this has been great. I want everyone to go check out Coach Littlejohn and the Demons program on social media. They do a great job posting about their kids and updating their kids, and you should certainly follow them on there. Like I mentioned, follow us on all social media platforms and our website, movinchange.com, our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, and more. Moving the Change brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. Jarrell, anything else for Coach? Let him go today.
Hey, Coach Littlejohn, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really do appreciate your time. We got a lot going on, especially we're about to get in it. The days are starting to get longer, so it's almost football season. So excited to see what you're able to continue to build on. Congratulations on that interim, season and getting that tag removed and getting the full-time job. Want you guys to do great. You can't do too well, though, because John Epps, a third member of our crew, is a Lugoff-Elgin alum, and we just can't let him have bragging rights. But we want you to keep doing well, and thanks again for joining us.
Man, we got to give John those bragging rights, man. We're going to get him right. But, man, thank y'all for all the things y'all do for this football community, man. Y'all doing a hell of a job, man. Hey, keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all got my full support. Anything y'all need from me, I'm there for you.
Well, we appreciate that, Coach. Appreciate the kind words. Look forward to stopping by a game or practice to get to meeting you in person here soon. And best of luck this season, all right?
Hey, please do, man. If y'all decide to come to the game, man, we got Camden early week 2.
We'll do it.
Got it circled.
Yes, sir.
Get ready for the ultimate South Carolina high school football experience with Movin the Chains. From previews to recaps, we've got you covered. Dive into our expert preview shows, predicting winners and sharing insights. Then join us post-game for the thrilling recaps, exclusive interviews, and highlights you won't find anywhere else. Plus, connect with fellow fans on our Friday night spaces on Twitter/X. No one covers South Carolina high school football like us. Join us at Movin Chains on all social media platforms and visit movinchains.com today.